Growing up, I knew medicine to be the cure to longevity. What that means is if you've got high blood pressure or if you've got any other issues, then the source of that or the cure to that is medicine. Would you say that's the way forward right now?
Absolutely not.
Why?
I've never ever been of the thinking and the thought process that chemical medication is the way forward. For me to go on an antibiotic, I have to really be at, death's door for me to take antibiotics, because I know the adverse effect and what they're doing to the body, as well as curing something, they're also making a big problem. So longevity has been around forever. It's just now suddenly people are jumping on the bandwagon. And I do call it the bandwagon because I think that you have a lot of people that are coming out with peptide talk, and you need to take this to be young, and this is how you're going to stay young forever. And I don't think all of these longevity experts even look great themselves, some of them. Recently I saw something and it was like, this is my biohacking powder that you can take every single day.
Yeah.
And I look at him and I think, but I don't think you look particularly young. I don't think you're preaching, you spent millions of pounds on biohacking and becoming young and staying young, but I don't think you look particularly young.
Yeah.
Peptides have been around for donkey's years.
Yeah.
They have been using peptides for hundreds of years in different capacities. The reason they haven't come out is because they haven't been allowed with the FDA, with all the different governing bodies. They haven't been allowed they've only been allowed for research reasons and not been allowed out on the mainstream. What happened is somebody's got hold of peptides, they've managed to get it out mainstream, and now boom, it's become massive. And actually, I think that the whole longevity space has been something, if you've been educated and then you've been educated since you're a kid because you're from that kind of family. And then some people are educated on just taking medicines, and that's how they understand. But now it's become a fad. And I call it a fad because this topic has been around for so many years, and now suddenly everyone is a longevity expert. But what I do think is that you come from a completely medical background where medicines are just your everything.
Yeah.
So coming from a medicine background, don't you agree that some medicines can actually take years off somebody's life rather than add years on or make their life a lot better? Some medicines are really adverse in the way that they treat the human body.
If you take a step back, this is the opinion that I've always had. You're taking a medicine to treat a condition, and that medicine has been created by man. And the medicines that we're talking about, which I've studied for years, is just one way of doing that. The problem that you have with medicines is medicines come with side effects, and it comes with all the other things as well. So even though you're treating that particular thing, it doesn't solve the problem. It only puts a band-aid or a plaster on that thing. So that's the reason why I think a lot more people are moving towards the longevity side to it, because the reason why is because it's bespoke, which is one thing. The common example that I like to give is you've got lots of women in particular that are taking that are menopausal or perimenopausal, and one of the issues that we always had when I worked in the medical field was that they were just given these patches or tablets to try and solve their hormone issues that they had, and nothing was made bespoke to them. They were not giving any advice. Nothing else was told to them. They were just told how to use this medicine, and that was it, and the side effects that may potentially come with it. Whereas what you've got now with the longevity side is slightly different, which is that everything is made more bespoke to that particular person. Yeah, so there's hormone testing which is available now, which has been made available, which can identify other trigger factors for what's causing this in the first place.
Yeah. I think that there's just a massive big... Again, I come back from the sports point of view. I think that, and it's been proven as well, the more muscle mass you have, it shows the more healthy muscle mass you have. I'm not talking about bodybuilder stage where they go to a level that the body's not happy being in that state. But the more muscle mass you have leads to longer lifespan. It's been proven that it leads to a longer lifespan. I think that the more muscle you have leads to better metabolic health. So the longevity plan per se is all about building healthy muscle mass. It's about your stress factors being low, because cortisol plays a massive big part to this as well. It's your stress factors being low, so you manage to metabolically be in the safe zone and sort of functioning at your best self your best metabolic age, your best biological age. But that really does come with fine tweaking, because we live in a very stressful environment. Most of our environments are quite stressful that we live in. So that's where all the blood tests come in. There was an athlete recently, not an ex-athlete, that we ran a load of bloods on. And actually, according to the bloods, beautiful blood tests, everything looked great. Yeah. But the little stress factors that you could see in there for an athlete level are a key to say, right, there's going to be injury there. To someone else, the bloods were perfect, but actually the stress factors that were there, which were normal levels, by the way, for another person, but for this person, because their other levels were so high, those stress factors would show injury can happen, there's not enough rehabilitation, there's not enough rest, and all of this sort of thing can age you quickly. And also, let's remember something, that one of the best things you can do for your bones is building muscle, is having healthy muscle, is rehabilitating well, and making sure that you're giving your muscles the enough nutrients and food to build these healthy muscles. When you build healthy muscles, forget about the calcium for the bones. Calcium for the bones does nothing. We don't even absorb half of it. But building the muscle is what overtakes having the healthy bones. We need good muscle in the body. It's so important and so underrated. A lot of modern medicine focuses on treating the disease, whereas longevity is focusing on maintaining the function. So therefore, if you just take that quote by itself, it's self-explanatory. Longevity medicine is the way forward. Longevity is not medicine, it is a way of life. And actually, we should be teaching our children that, to the elderly. It is not the longevity way that's all over social media right now. It's a way of life, and this is how your way of life should be.